So people else be on here, or just you and I?
No, everyone.
Oh, sweet. Thank you.
Yep. Alrighty, I'll just wait for it to go live on the page.
Can you tag it on my wall also? Yeah.
Yeah, it's all done. Yeah, it should be there. Yeah, awesome. We're good to go. Alrighty, welcome. This is episode number 15 of the interview series, The Ripple Effect of Resonance, where I bring on lots of different guests from really all different backgrounds who have all found this quantum frequency device and had some, just amazing experiences with it. And today we've got a really amazing guest who we're so grateful to have coming on and sharing his journey over the last 12 months with Healy. So thanks, Ryan, for coming on and being open to share your story.
Yeah, thank you, Annamaya. We're waiting for quite some time now to do this, so the stars have aligned.
Yes, today's the day. So how about we just get some understanding of really what life was like before this kind of entered into your world, this frequency device, healing?
Yeah, so I suffered from depression for a long period of time. Depression runs in my family. There's been even cases of schizophrenia, all kinds of dementias in my family, pretty much like everyone's family, I think, out there,
Things going on. Yeah.
Effed up. I know, but, I had, let me just turn this fan down. It's a little strong on me. One second, please.
Yeah, no worries.
There we go. Yes. So anyways, I had really bad depression, like straight out of high school. And I think just being in a classroom, looking back, is like what really causes depression. I like my mind to be very free, and to be in a classroom and going through college and all this stuff. Like, it was a long time I sit my butt in a chair, and I think it really just kind of broke me down over time, even though we're taught that that's kind of how life is supposed to go. And I beg to differ. So, anyway, so I got really depressed. And at one point I was on antidepressants. I've been homeless. I've lived in my car. I've lived on the beach because I didn't want to be a burden to my family. I just wanted to get away. When you're really, really depressed, it's like, these are really low vibrations. And that's what was going on. And I honestly, like, I hate to say this. I never say the word hate, but I really did not like myself. I hated life. And I didn't want to. I could not. I tried everything, absolutely everything, trying to get better. And it's just kind of where the universe took me to learn a whole bunch in life on that path right there. So I started working with the Amen Clinic, who has more brain scans than anyone in the world. That's amenclinics.com, Dr. Daniel Amen. And they scan these brains, and they organize it so they can say, okay, well, this person's bipolar, this person's got this and stuff like this. And when I first got my scans, I've been scanning my brain for 15 years now. So I'm the most documented case.
Wow.
Yeah, 15 years.
A lot of history.
I had to pay for these out of my pocket because I didn't have insurance for that kind of stuff, really. And insurance doesn't cover it a lot of time anyway. So I had to pay out of pocket, and I had 2 daughters. So I had to know if I was like getting better, if I was getting worse, know if it was time to go finish my will or something like this for real. Okay. And it was really shutting down for me. I mean, my darkest times, Annamaya, it was felt really like, it was like, it felt like dementia to me. It felt like, really, I'm just going to put it that way. I'm not saying that Healy fixes anything. I'm not saying that Healy is the main reason why my transformation, which I'll get to shortly, is, but there's not much that really changed in my life in the last year. I was eating healthy. I've always worked out, got sun, took my vitamins, this and that. But life was not fun at that time. It was so bad, actually. It got so bad that when I go grocery shopping, I wouldn't even be able to pick out the food to get. Like, it was, I had all kinds of mental symptoms, making a hard time making decisions. I honestly almost handed in my driver's license at one point because I felt my, which I ended up totaling my car, actually, my brand new $100,000 Range Rover Sport. And it was it shouldn't even happen in the first place. But that's what was life like. My life was crumbling very, very quickly before I started making changes in my life with my health.
And how long ago are we talking about where this sort of crumbling experiences were playing out?
I knew that it was happening before I had children, honestly. I knew that it was starting to begin when I first got married and stuff, but I had like such a drive to have children. And, before I kind of try to play it off and just make the best with it, then it got really intense, and I could no longer be a real estate agent and negotiate contracts because it got really bad. I couldn't make up decisions between things and stuff, because I had some frontal temporal lobe issues with my brain that show like lack of blood flow, perfusions they call it or whatever. And so I scan with them all the time. So Amen Clinic, people usually go for a scan maybe 2 times before and after treatment for a long time, maybe 3 times if you're a special case. I kept going and documenting myself. And this last time I scanned my brain, it was like Babe Ruth when he said, you know, I'm gonna hit a grand slam, and he pointed over the fence that I'm gonna go ahead and nail it. And so I told all my people on social media, I'm gonna go get my brain scan again, because some people didn't think my results were like real. I said, I believe I'm gonna ace this test. And so so I knew that I was so confident. At the same time, I knew if I did not do good on that test, it wouldn't look necessarily good for healing or my following. That, you know, this device that I was saying that I think I was experiencing some really good improvements on. I wanted to be documented, you know.
Yeah, you actually see it in a meaningful visual way to be able to, you know, concrete know that it was this and now is this. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, so that's what the brain was before. That was the brain after. That's fully documented. And my scan, they told me, was the biggest change that they've ever seen in their brain scans, the most improved and the most documented. And so that's humongous right there. But my temporal lobes, for example, through the scan, it'll actually show from last scan to this scan 2.5 times the volume. Okay, again, I'm not saying Healy did this. I mean, maybe I was doing a little more cardio also. Maybe I was, I don't know, eating more dark chocolate, you know. I don't know, you know, I mean, just all the good stuff that I was doing in my life. But this last time around, my frontal lobes had closed up, documented, and my temporal lobes were more full. And that was because of my lifestyle changes.
So just so people can understand what's actually you're talking about when you're saying blood flow and all these other sizes, can you kind of just give some insight what we're actually talking about, just to make it really clear?
Sure. So when in my video that I interviewed my doctor going over my scan results, I challenged them to find one more person that had more serious issue that had kind of bounced back using whatever they do. And I was a NFL football player, and he had hit his head a whole bunch of times. That's kind of what my brain scans were looking like, as someone that got in a bad car accident or and hit their front of their head, or else like a football player get hit all the time. So they showed his results before and after, and that his was after like 2 years of sitting in a hyperbaric chamber. I bought a hyperbaric chamber at one point. Okay.
Oh, right. Wow.
Like a $9,000 chamber, and you'd have to sit in this thing. It wasn't like you just go wear a Healy and go grocery shopping, right? Like you're in a chamber and it sucks, you know? Yeah. And so they showed it, and mine were more significant than this NFL football player before and after treatment for the course of about 2 years.
Do you remember any time growing up that you might have actually hit your head, that there might have actually been a time that?
Oh, yeah. You know, I mean, there's plenty of times. We all have them. I mean, you know, from playing soccer as a kid to getting in a fight over a girl back in high school and breaking the guy's nose with my forehead, you know, being a tough guy to, you know, to, what else? I had a scuba diving accident. I got narked on my mind at 100 feet down on a 1,400-foot sheer cliff. Nearly died, and I swam to the surface, and I without stopping to the surface.
Yeah,
it didn't decompress, and so that kind of did something, I think, to my brain. You know, a bunch of weed in college, you know, and maybe some other stuff here and there, you know.
Yeah, got it. So where did you say was the turning point? So you've gone through all this lifestyle changes. When was the point or the catalyst? Did you say how long ago was that catalyst change to a healthier life?
I noticed different phases of it, because I noticed, like, using Healy, I personally feel better every single day. You know, I'm one of the top people in the United States. And it's I could have this kind of performance and live this lifestyle now, that if I hadn't had my brain on straight, I'd be messing up a whole bunch, you know. So, but I noticed, like, within like 30 days of doing it, I felt like my body went into like this cocoon reset where I was like taking naps in the middle of the day, and I could just feel like I really needed them, but I wasn't tired. It was a really interesting kind of rejuvenating nap, like a butterfly in a cocoon kind of type thing. And then it kind of got better and better. And then my children are like, they're like, Dad, you're like a lot more funny. Like, they're looking at me like, you're changing, you know?
Yeah.
Because I wasn't able to be the funny person I wanted to be when I had that going on. It wasn't funny what I was going through.
Yeah. Especially however way they were experiencing you as, you know, a father, you know, showing up.
Oh yeah. And I mean, you do not want to pass before your kids. I mean, excuse me. Well, it's going to happen. I meant, you do not want to pass early in their life, obviously.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
That's a short straw right there. That's a short straw.
So roughly how long has it been since you came across Healy? How did that kind of happen to you? Who introduced it to you?
Well, it was really a law of attraction situation. And I really noticed that with this company, the law of attraction, I think the best, like we don't have sales tools with Healy. We have the law of attraction is what we work with. And you know, like I start off every day, I just do a meditation. I say, just bring the best people into my life today. Just bring the best people into my life. And I get the tone just right when I say that. And then, you know, just being in gratitude, those two things just kind of keep things going. So, you know, back then I had some crypto deals go sideways, made a lot of money in crypto, lost a lot of money in crypto. Like most people, you know, your first way around having massive success in life. And then my friend, a lot of the people that got into cryptocurrency were part of frequency technology like PEMF before I got on board. So they brought me into Bitcoin mining and stuff like this and everything. And so these guys, because I call myself a futurist now. I like that term futurist because I am personally embrace technology that are the most cutting edge that are going to trade, you know, like I love cryptocurrency. I love blockchain. I love frequency medicine, helium and everything. So so my buddy, my crypto deals are coming to a halt kind of since, and Martin, and I knew something was going to come into my life. I could just feel it, you know, like I've always been provided for by the universe. And all of a sudden, my buddy Martin tells me, he's like, Ryan, you know, we just sold our $20,000 mats for this little $500 device. And I was like, gosh, man, cool. Cause I didn't like how big my PMF mat was. I couldn't drag it up and down the stairs. Like it was a task, you know? So I was like, dude, and I had an $8,000 one. So I was like, man, if he's doing that, then I'll go ahead and sell mine, just get the little tiny device. Like, why not? So I started using it and stuff. And I didn't even tell anyone about this cause I was one of the first in the United States to have it. I didn't tell anyone about it for 60 days. I didn't say anything about it at all.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
But then once I had that aha moment, then I couldn't stop, you know, and now I just like being around people that are on it, you know?
Yeah, understand. Totally get it. And so let us know, like what's been going on in the last, has it been, I think 12 months that you've kind of been on board and built quite a significant team. How has that kind of evolved for you?
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, we met in Miami, and that was I think it's been about 15 months now. And we built this company and we weren't at, you know, the money wasn't necessarily getting paid out right away. I mean, waited months and months and months. You know, we just knew that we had something real special and stuff. I really trust the leadership of the company, and you know, and how dedicated you are with your stuff, and other people are and stuff like this, and just the transformations. It's like there's that love-hate relationship, the growing pains going on in 60 days of shipping. Like, who waits 60 days for a effing product? You know, like people don't want to wait. So thank goodness that's all getting better now and stuff. But man, I look at my point volume growing in this thing. How has life changed? I mean, I'm in a $2.5 million house, like right up. The water, I'm looking at the water all, you know, coming in, and during this time of COVID, it just seems like the most beautiful time to build this business, because we have something that can really have a good impact on people's health, and I think really kind of give them better opportunity to make it through this and have an opportunity to make some moolah.
So how has your team, how have you kind of brought in the people into your team? How have you made this work for you? Obviously it's certainly financially rewarding now, but how have you been able to get it to that point?
So I'm one of the top recruiters in the entire company. I honestly, I've signed up over 300 front lines, but I give away a lot. I've got 202 on my front lines in my one account, which I'm sure I'm still number one. If I wasn't, trust me, I'm enrolling more to be number one. Like it's just, but I have a simple thing. All I do, Annamaya, is I go ahead and I download the 2.5 minute video that has the piano, the frequency of love thing. I encourage you all to put down that on your YouTube channel, okay? And you can get special software like Clip Grab or whatever. It's free, and download videos and put them on your YouTube channel. So get some stuff with some content on your video channel, you know. And then from there, what you want to do is you just want to, I would say it's a numbers game. So that is a numbers game. So I would just send a message out. I would copy and paste this little, I call them a micro sales pitch. And it'd be like, hey, Tom, have you seen this 2.5 minute video yet? And the title of the video kind of shows up in the Facebook message. So people are like, wow, 2.5 minutes, not long. It's about this energy thing, you know, health thing. Let's check it out. You know, so you just want to change out the name to maybe make it personable. It's hey, Tom, hey, Mary, hey, Annamaya, hey, you know, everyone, and just send that out to hundreds of people. And they'll always respond back after they watch that. Oh, interesting. And then I just have a simple email that I say, hey, well, do you have time to talk? Like, I got to share something. This is just crazy. I mean, do you have time either today or tomorrow to do something, or tonight, later on today, or whatever? Always give people two options so they don't feel like they're stuck or something like this. You're high pressure, you know? That's not what the Healy Vibe's about. And then once they say that they're, you get that down, get them on the phone with your upline. If you don't feel like you can like get them done, because I knock out 99%. You know, it's like my ratio closing is way up there. You know, I don't take no for an answer. I don't even get to the point I'm going to take no before I walk that conversation. I know what they're going to take, or else I'm not engaging. You know, it's gonna be a yes.
And so let's go back to the frequency device. People might be tuning in on any of the pages that they're seeing this live stream through. They may not actually know what you're talking about. So do you want to share your understanding of what Healy is?
Yeah, sure. So I say it's the world's first, little frequency device that connects via, that uses artificial intelligence to put your frequencies more in line, you know, across the smartphone, Bluetooth. This is a mouthful of jumbo, right? So that's why I just let the video go ahead and speak first of all. What I mean, and I understand like the resonance, like you're not using vibration. All these have a quantum processor chip in it, you know, this Korgiev mirror thing or whatever, Russian thing inside here. And what Marcus Schmicky has put in here, even in our frequency device comes on that, like, you know, we've got that technology with now that's dealing with, you know, quantum stuff. And I've learned a lot about quantum being involved in this. So I have like a 25-page article. I never really try to explain it. I kind of look at it as like, if you're praying out there, you know, you're sending out intention out there. I don't know. I'm not even going to try to explain it, you know, but the frequencies, I explain that, you know, this has 300,000 frequencies and basically 150 programs when you have everything on there. It's 150,000 gold, 144,000 gold frequencies. So a lot. And I have people in my house all the time. I do this full time. You know, and man, we have no competition. This is like, we got to run hard right now with this thing. Real.
And so where to from here with you? What's your next sort of phase of this journey for you?
Well, I've said my goal from the day one was to bring the love frequency to the world more than anyone in the world, but we'll let Carson have first place. You know, no, you know, there's room at the top for a lot. So I'm going to keep growing this, and I want to go senior, you know, what Carson is right now. The rank senior president or whatever it is, vice, whatever, you know, and I want to really start studying the ranks and really understand the ranks so I can help my team, because now it's about helping them sit to certain ranks. And so I think I could, you know, I'll hit director right now, right away. You know, that's going to happen this week. Get that car bonus. I help my teams, you know, just really reassure people that the company is going to be doing really good things, you know, keep a positive group out there, and help people learn about it, and just start. I have a podcast 2 days a week, Thursday and Tuesday and Thursday at 9 a.m. Pacific. It's called Superhumans, Healy Superhuman frequency, whatever podcast. So there's great speakers on there. So I'm just trying to simplify things, let people understand what the culture is all about, you know?
Got it. And what would you be your parting message for anybody that's tuned in, might be hearing you or your story for the first time? You know, what's your message to, you know, people out there?
Well, I think money is a joke, first of all. And I think that we have to do our highest calling in this lifetime. And it's not to work for an hourly wage, first of all. Okay. And really, I mean, it's come to me in meditation here, Annamaya, that you know, it's such good karma to be building this. Like, it's told me basically, like in meditation, I feel like it's basically told me that your life won't be as long unless you actually build it was kind of like threatening me. Like, if I didn't follow my path, like my life was gonna be much longer if I just, you know, I have a karma blessed life if I just kept getting the word out there about Healy. So there's a lot of money to be made in it. I mean, to think that we're only in 45 countries and these checks just keep going. I've seen what else? Anyways, I would just say, everyone, get involved in this, lock a free spot, most definitely. Get yourself a device, because you're going to spend more on your health anyways, more than $500 on your health. There's no question about it if you don't have a Healy device. There's no question about it. So you're losing money in my eyes if you don't pick up one of these devices.
Awesome. Well, I want to say thank you so much for coming on, sharing your story, letting us hear about, you know, what's been going on with you physically, and obviously creating this epic team and, you know, future for yourself and your 2 little girls.
I want to talk about you now.
You can interview me on your podcast.
You're doing a great job on your podcast. You know, here I am. I'm just starting my podcast, and I expect to be as good as yours. It's fun to do it. You know, it's fun to see every people, you know, interacting, no matter what team we're on. So nice job on doing what you do. Appreciate you.
Oh, you're very kind. Thank you. Well, let's have a chat soon on yours, and I'll happily share.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you.
Alrighty. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. See you soon. Bye.